Hello everyone, this is Harkins from K&A Gamers, also known as TheRedCobra in World of Tanks. Now, I'm not going to be doing regular videos solo of me talking about all the different tanks in my garage, because quite frankly, other YouTubers do that way better than I ever will. But I thought maybe this would be good practice for me to commentate on my own. But anyways, I'd like to talk about one of my favorite tanks in the entirety of World of Tanks. Even though my stockpile of tanks is pretty small compared to most, and mostly Russian, totally not biased, but you know. One of my favorite tanks has to be this Cold War beauty right here, the T-10, also known as the IS-8. In World of Tanks, it's a Tier 9 Soviet heavy tank, even though at times it doesn't even play like a heavy tank. But I won't go much into detail about where it was made or when it was made or how many were made. I'm sure there's other YouTubers out there that go into extensive detail about these things. What I do care about though are these three things: the gun, the armor, and the mobility. So I'll talk about all of these things because it's a heavy tank. And all three of those things, the gun, armor, and mobility, are very important to each heavy tank. It's the difference between you winning because you know what you're doing, or you losing. Now the gun is just as beautiful as the tank itself. This Tier 10 gun here, 122 mil, has a decent rate of fire, I guess, for its class. Over here you can see it's about 10 seconds for me. I have a full crew, I got ventilation, gun rammer, you know, the usual equipment. But the thing that stands out the most is this penetration. It's 258, which is very good. I mean, you go up to Tier 10, have this beast, the IS-7, which I'll be going over in the next video, and it has a 130mm gun. It does way more damage, I guess, average-wise. It has a slower rate of fire, though. The accuracy is worse, the aiming time is worse, even the penetration is worse. And I feel like, even though it's just such a slight difference between the two in terms of average penetration, the IS-8's gun has to be way better. I mean, first of all, I don't even look at the stats for the gold ammunition because quite frankly I've fired off probably less than 10 gold shells in my life, and you may not believe that, but it's true. But anyways, yeah, this gun is definitely a standout characteristic of this tank because it is accurate enough to hit some pretty small spots on tanks. Yeah, obviously 0.38. If you're a World of Tanks player, you may be thinking, geez, it's terrible. But in Russian standards, that's really good, and that's not even factoring in the hand of Stalin. So you're really looking good with this gun. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the armor. People have complained that the armor on the IS-8 is terrible, that it basically has medium tank armor, and it doesn't play well in a brawl. And you'd be right. But recently, as of I think 9.9 patch, the pike nose here has been buffed. I don't know how. Obviously I'm not one of those YouTubers that knows everything about these tanks or how they work, but I'm pretty sure the effective armor thickness has been increased somehow here on the pike nose. Maybe even the lower glacis plate here has been possibly buffed. And it has pretty much the same characteristics as the IS-3's armor. You got the pike nose, you got the lower glacis here, and you got really good side armor. And that's where it counts, is that side armor. But here's the thing, it doesn't matter. The important thing about the IS-8 is that it has the mobility. It is a medium tank in a heavy tank's body, and it is trying to break out. I'm getting very controversial suddenly. But anyways, it's basically a tank made for a medium tank's job. It is an opportunity tank. It is fast. Yeah, obviously it's a heavy tank. It won't go that fast on flat ground. If you have an IS-7, you certainly know that lie. This one's 59 top speed. You're never going to go that fast flat. Even going down a hill, most likely you can't reach that speed, but the IS-8 picks up speed fast, and if you keep it up and go down some slopes, you can actually do maneuvers that only medium tanks can, which is really impressive. So that's basically the three things I wanted to cover. The gun, which I believe is better than the IS-7's gun. The armor, which has been buffed. People say is insufficient, but I definitely think it's sufficient, and I'll show you why. And the mobility. It has the mobility of a medium tank, and it is an opportunity tank. And by what I probably should explain that if you're not a World of Tanks player. Basically, an opportunity tank is a medium tank. You can't go in and take all the hits, and you can't go in and deal all the damage, but what you can do is when you see an opening in the line or in a flank or anywhere where you can get some damage done, you go in there, you do damage quickly, and then you get out if it gets too hot. And this tank excels in that. It can do everything from being a scout. Just look at this view range that I have. My view range is maxed out. I have the view range of a light tank, which in a replay I will show you exactly what I mean by that. It is super fast compared to most heavy tanks, so it can get into a fight quickly, and it has sufficient enough armor that it can brawl a little bit. It can brawl with tier 8 to tier 9 tanks. Tier 10 you may be pushing it, but its mobility probably allow you to flank around them pretty fast. I got 2 marks of excellence on there. I'm gonna go straight into a battle live just to see how it does. Alright, we're into the battle. We're on Karelia. It's assault. We're assaulting the enemy base. Good thing we're not defending, because teams always suck when they defend. I don't know what it is. But anyways, this is perfect matchmaking. As you can see up there, up on the list, there's only 2 tier 9s leading both teams. That's incredible. Brilliant, brilliant matchmaking. So maybe I'll be able to show off its awesome attributes of this tank. So we got WZ-131 moving up ahead. He's going to scout the hill up here. This hill is probably the most important part in the entire map for both teams. Because if the attackers take it, they can get a foothold of which they can either hold out up here until the team's weak enough on this side, or you can just screw at all forms of strategy, and you can leave the entire flank open, just have heavy tanks rolling across open, have medium tanks out in the middle of nowhere, have artillery over here on the hill. Yeah, I'm playing World of Tanks, alright. But anyways, let's take the time to examine this view range. Look at that view range, that blue circle right there on the radar. It's how far I can see and spot enemies. Or at least if their camo rating is 0, which is when they fire. If they have a good camo rating, obviously I won't be able to spot them. This light tank behind me is going to get up here and spot. What I'm doing here is I'm side scraping this obviously strong log that ricochet 150mm shells. No, just kidding. I'm using the side armor here because it's got really good spaced armor, just like the IS-3. Okay, so that's AT-15. Spotted me. Got good penetration. There we go. Put one right into his front. At this angle, his angled frontal plate is actually flat because I'm above him, so I can easily penetrate it. It's when that good penetration comes into play. There's a lurve, or a lurver. however you say that. Coming up behind me, he's probably doing the same thing. Oh, good job, Artie. Our artillery killed the AT-15. Where did he hit me, actually? He probably hit me down low. He probably shot low, which was a good move on his part. If he would have shot higher and hit my spaced armor, it probably would have did nothing. But look how fast this thing moves down a hill. 54, 55, 55 kilometers an hour. What did it say in the garage? It said 50 top speed. I was going 5 over that. Okay. Still, I'm being shot at. But no joke. Oh, that was bad. And that was with damaged fuel too. It's incredible. Just imagine that in a close quarter fight with a slow turning heavy tank. You'd easily get around and do some serious damage. Now there's a T-30 over there, so T-30 was the first high tier tank I learned to fear. Just because of the alpha damage. I had never seen that kind of alpha damage before. It's AT-5 here. I'm going to actually use him as cover and let my view range spot anyone. Good shot into the RU. Oh, there's a T-30 over there. No, he's reloading. I gotta move up. We gotta put pressure on him. Things get hot, you gotta get out of the kitchen. There you go. Russian accuracy for you. I know there's a little sliver there, but I swear with any other nation you would have been able to hit that. Alright. And nope, it went right over again. Okay. Good, good to know. It's fine, I'll get the third shot. Or this guy will just, you know, that's fine. They're having fun. There's a T-30 here. Ah, just barely made it. I hesitated when I saw that they were moving in to take out the tank destroyer. I hesitated, and I could have been able to get him. RU is dead. Artie over there, don't want to worry about him yet. Okay, let's worry about the Artie. Alright, Artie here. Tank destroyer watching me over there. What we're going to do is we're going to back up to a corner so that we don't take any hits. This Artie's going to stick out here, and I'm going to blam him in the face. Regret this. Hello. Alright, he's dead. What we're going to do is we're going to back up here because there are enemy tanks from the rear. There's 2 artillery on the enemy team, and they're both aiming for me. Now there's only one, and he's going to be aiming for me. There's a T-49. Hit him right in the turret. Was that a critical? Ooh, nice one. IS-6. These guys do not learn. He's dead. Doing some good teamwork here. That WZ did a really good job. And there's the AMX. That was like one of the first actual hard shots to make this match, and I missed it. And he's dead. Now it's just the artillery. I bet he's aiming for me. Nah, he's probably aiming for someone in the cap. Always congratulate someone that did good on your team. You always want to be a good influence. instead of raging at people. Raging doesn't help in World of Tanks, okay? You don't want to be that guy. Oh, it's too late. Captured the base. Alright, so that was a pretty good match. That was a live match. I did not pre-record that. I did it all right there, on the same thing. Looks like we got, you know, decent profit, I guess. Obviously with a premium account, it'd be a really good profit, but you know, strong standard account. That, wow, type 59. Huh. Well then, just because they have a lot of kills doesn't mean they led the team, huh? Well then again, when you have a lot of kills, that's a lot of guns taken out of the game too. So, you know, you gotta do your part whichever way, either damage-wise or kill-wise. But anyways, that was a really good game. We fired, let's see here, 10 shots? Yep, 10 shots, 7 of them hit, 7 of them did damage. We did a good amount of damage, nearly 3,000, that's good. We got plenty of shots from more than 300 meters away, and we received about 3 hits, but nothing too serious. So it was pretty good, it was decent, and you saw the view range come into effect. You saw how large it was on the radar, how I was spotting for my team. You saw the penetration and the accuracy when it came to me shooting the AT-15. And you saw the mobility. Top speed says 50. It's lying to you. I went down that hill at 55 and my fuel tanks were damaged. So statistics over here doesn't mean that in the field it will run exactly like that. But anyways, if you don't believe me that this is a really, really good tank, then I'm going to show you a replay of a really good match. But basically, if you're not really good with this tank, you know, it's probably your play style. This is a heavy tank. You'd probably do better with the IS-7, which is a man's heavy tank. Or you do better with the IS-3, just because of its tier and its gun. Maybe the IS, because the IS is pretty mobile too, with some decent armor, I'd say. Or the KV-3 if you're all about armor. So I could see why most heavy tank drivers would not want the IS-8, which is fine. But I'm going to show you exactly why it's my favorite tank. And we're in on the Steps map with the beautiful IS-8, which I heard is going to be called the T-10 in the upcoming patch. It isn't much to look at, I have to admit. It's not a very beautiful Russian tank. In some people's eyes it may be, but I don't know. It just looks a little too deformed, doesn't it? Like the turret is just, it's just weird. It's got too many scopes on it and stuff. The IS-3, even though it looks kind of weird, it fits it. This is kind of a mismatch. The gun, the turret, and the body. Say what you want about it cosmetically, because this thing has a view range of a light tank. So I don't know if it can hear you saying things about it, but it can certainly see you. I'm using that view range in this replay to spot guys from a distance that fire. Kind of do a scout's work there in the middle. But all the fighting's taking place up here. I gotta be a heavy tank. I'm a top tier heavy tank in this match. So I gotta get up here quick. See what we could shoot up. There's the IS-6 over there. He can be a threat. Nope. Didn't hit him. He's in a good hold down position over there. Shot goes right overhead. See if we could get him again. Nope. Nope. No, he's backing up. And I noticed there's this huge group of tanks here, and you don't want to bunch up, especially on a wide open map like this. So I head down here and help out these two guys. You want to even out the fire on the enemy flanks. Come up beside the WZ. Spot a T-29. Oh man, what a shot. Right into his commander's hatch. He managed to hit me through the turret cheek, it looks like. Waffenträger was spotted. I guessed right and it hits him. And he hits my gun mantlet. He's probably aiming for the same place the T-29 was. WZ gets in my way, of course. But he takes out the Waffenträger, so no harm done. Probably another lucky shot, but it doesn't go in. I mean, even medium light tanks would have trouble making those shots. Come back out again. Ooh, man, that was close. I managed to get it in, but the WZ keeps getting in my way. Which is understandable, I guess. If I fired, he can inch out. So the heavy tanks are now retreating. Their HP has decreased reasonably. So I push up here to help these guys out with this IS-6, who's still nearly full health. Things aren't looking good for the left flank. So if things aren't looking good on a flank, you make it look good on your flank. Put a good one to the IS-6. That troll armor isn't going to troll this gun. 258 pen is going to go right through. There's a Lirve, or a Lirve, whatever. Right through the frontal plate. I don't even aim at the weak spot. Lower glacis, frontal plate, what's the difference? Tier 8 premium, that thing does not do well. Well, this Tier 8 premium right here isn't going to do well either. Hit him right in the hull cheek, making sure it doesn't bounce. You never know with the IS-6. Now watch what I do here. The entire left flank is fallen. I get a little cocky. I go, watch this. They're thinking, man, I'm going to rack up a lot of kills. And I do. But I'm using my view range to spot all these guys out here that could be coming to defend the cap. I've been spotted. The Inquisition sees all. So I move back so I don't get shot. I tell my team I have a good view range. You always want to communicate why you're doing something with your team, especially if it determines the match. T-69 is being chased by our AMX-30. But I think our AMX-30 forgot that T-69 has an autoloader, so I move in thinking, well, the T-69 must be reloading, right? So I get up here, blam him right through the frontal plate. He's backing up, so he must be reloading. And then I hesitate. The Pershing heading for the cap. I kind of look back and make sure the T-69 isn't coming around the corner, and then I head back. And the Tiger P sees also the situation and heads back with me. You would think the Pershing would just get slaughtered, right? No. He's going to get in there and reset. Ooh, I missed, but luckily he hit my spaced armor at an angle and it didn't do anything but hit my tracks. Nope. Ooh, object, nope. Nope, nope. Oh, there's the T-69. Oh, bounced right off the side of the turret. I missed with the third. He managed to hit the Tiger P in the butt. Backing off. That could have been bad. If the object get around the corner, he has like a big alpha damage. I think like 750. He's got 303 penetration. That'd go right through one end and out the other. One day I want that thing. So we have pressure on us from all sides. The best way to get rid of pressure is put pressure on them. Oh great, a T-34, just what we needed. Well, let's come up here. Nope. Lerva has just a troll turret. Don't even bother with that turret. I don't even know how to deal with it. But looks like the Lerva is going down. I'm going to focus on the object. Object ninja moves it right out of the way. And then I suddenly become a medium tank. T-34 gets his kill. I auto aim, hit him right in the side on the move. Thinking, oh, gonna get him. I back up, bounce, tracked him, hit him right through the frontal drive wheel. That always does damage and takes out his track. Look at that. It's sad. I know I'm a tier above him, but I just made him look like he's being circled by a medium tank in a heavy tank. Then I finish it off. Object is dead. Man, what a game. Like, I was every single specification of a tank besides Tank Destroyer Nardi. Wow. So here's the after game report. Ace tanker, along with a spotter medal. You'll get a lot of those badges with that view range, and a high caliber. A really good high caliber. And you'll see why. 4,455 damage done. That's pretty good. And the Object 704, he was only 3 damage away from getting my top gun. Could you believe that? Good job to him. And I made a profit because I didn't spam heat ammo. Not once did I need heat in that game. You do not need to use heat with this tank. It has good pen. So that was the IS-8. I don't know what changes will be coming in the patch 10, but I hope it can only be good because this is one of my favorite tanks in the entire game. And you can see why. Some people may not enjoy it, but they don't know how to use it. You've seen it be a heavy brawling tank, a medium scout, and in some cases a light tank with the view range. It's just a good all-around tank and an opportunity tank, and you need to know when your chance is to use it. I hope you guys enjoyed this replay and video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.